everyone, this is Lynn, and I'm here at the Los Angeles premiere of The Wife. This movie stars Glenn Close, Jonathan Pryce, and Christian Slater. There is so much Oscar buzz. Let's take our first look.
My wife doesn't write, thank God. Otherwise, I'd suffer permanent writer's block.
Don't ever think that you can get their approval.
Whose?
The men. The ones who decide who gets to be taken seriously.
A writer has to write.
A writer has to be read, honey.
I am aware of Joe's various indiscretions. His affairs have nothing to do with you. That's a deep-seated fear of inadequacy.
Don't paint me as a victim. I am much more interesting than that.
Don't walk away from me, damn it!
I can't do it anymore. I can't take it. I can't take the humiliation. What are we doing?
Joan, we're not bad people.
I think you are sick and tired of Joe Castleman.
I would like to convey to you the warm congratulations of the Swedish Academy. You have reinvented the very nature of storytelling.
Tell me about yourself. Do you have an occupation?
I do.
And what is that?
I am a kingmaker.
So when you first read the script, though, what were your initial thoughts about it?
When I first read the script, I was extraordinarily excited. I hadn't read something like this, I don't think, ever, and I thought the role was interesting and intriguing, and I liked the idea of being this guy who's trying to pull the truth out of this woman and give her the opportunity to claim credit for, a lot of struggle and work that she's gone through. So I found it to be a very special and unique story, and Glenn is amazing.
And it's also a very timely story, surprisingly timely. So
Sure, yeah.
how important was it for you as well, this aspect of the
It's
film?
interesting. We made this movie. It took a long time for this movie to come together, and then we made it probably a couple of years ago, I think. So it's taken a while for it to come to the surface, and it's just fascinating that you make something at one particular time, and then the world kind of evolves and morphs into something else, and now this movie has a particular relevance. I mean, I always did feel like there was a relevance to it anyway, because regardless, it's an extraordinarily powerful story, and you don't see an opportunity for a woman like Glenn Close to play a role like this, and usually a movie like this would be called The Husband.
So I want to know what you loved most about playing Joan.
Oh gosh, that's such a huge question. She's really an extraordinary character to play, and just a woman of unbelievable complexity and intelligence, and it was a real honor to play her. And I was just saying, and I really mean this in a very huge sense, that this character is a true homage to my two grandmothers, who were young women in the 1950s who married quite young and had families that they loved, but they will always be very quick to tell you that they loved it, but in my private secret conversations with them, it was always kind of a what could have been, because they definitely had to choose between having a career and having children back then. So this is for them.
Glenn, who I've always liked, I've known her off and on over the years, and I knew we'd have a good time. I just knew that I was going to be working with a fellow traveler, a fellow actor, who, there's a great deal of trust between us and a great deal of respect for each other. And it meant that we could work very well on this script. I don't know how else to describe it. We didn't have to talk very much about the characters, how they were going to interact. We talked we had a week's table rehearsal with the script. So there were very few questions left to be asked about the script and the story, so that we could get on with just being those people. And, hopefully within those scenes, taking each other by surprise sometimes with the way we would react to something. I don't think Glenn necessarily at times expected my very angry response to certain things. We didn't talk about it, I just did it. And I didn't do it to shock an actor into something. I felt it was true to the scene and to the moment.
I want to know what moved you playing Joan?
Oh boy. I was very moved. I mean, it's a very, very emotional situation. I think she's very, very guilty about her son, and what the choices that she and Joe have made through the years, how that has hurt him, and I think that's probably one of the major reasons why things come to the, bubbling up when they do. But I was moved because I think of my mother, who basically sublimated herself to my father, who was a brilliant man, but she was a brilliant woman. And I think she never had the fulfillment that she should have had as herself, not as a mother, but as a human being who needs fulfillment and what their contribution is. So
I also watched an interview of you also saying that it took a lot of work, hard work, to get a movie called The Wife made. Why do you suppose that is in 2018?
Well, I think in 2018, things are changing. I'm proud of this because it's called The Wife. There was no American actor to step up to be in a movie called The Wife. It took a great British actor to know what an amazing role that was. And we have a female editor, we have a female composer, we have most of our producers are women. So I think this fits really nicely into what I hope is a cultural revolution, not only in our industry, but in our country.
Congratulations, fantastic film. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now, if you see The Wife, I want to know, does Glenn Close deserve the Oscar? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give me a like, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is Kiyra Lynn. We'll check you next time.